news? Yeah.
Inside, I haven't been in there.
They're redistributing. It's not as crowded upstairs.
Okay, well, I'm debating whether right now we need to end it or let it go.
Okay.
yesterday that caused the LAPD to call a tactical alert. That was about an hour ago. The Palace says as many as 3,000 kids tried to get into the club, which only holds 1,250. Some tried to crash the door, and that's when the trouble started. Fire trucks and police cars were met by rocks and bottles. Officers donned riot gear to restore order, but by then most of the kids gave up and headed for Venice Beach. South Central Los Angeles.
And we continue to learn more about the mass suicide in Rancho Santa Fe and the man who ran this cult.
And Ross Perot was tricked. There's too few tickets. That was the recipe for trouble outside a Hollywood nightclub. Sophia Choi joins us live from the Palace. Sophia.
Kyle, one firefighter is still inside this building to make sure everything's okay, where there is still a huge spring break dance going on with two popular DJs. Everything seems to be okay right now, but that certainly wasn't the case a couple of hours ago when there was about 1,000 kids inside the building and several hundred more trying to push their way in. 200 police officers surround the Hollywood Palace Club in full riot gear after firefighters put out a call for help. Firefighters were here because of overcrowding. They shut the doors, and that's when the problem started.
Everybody started throwing bottles, and then we were just like, what are you guys doing? And then everybody started rushing at once. Everybody was running and pushing through the doors, and they finally shut the doors, and everybody's just out there just throwing bottles and starting riots and just running.
And they're throwing bottles, everything, and pushing them too, and they just got robbed.
Firefighters say at one point there were 400 angry teens outside pushing and shoving. But when police arrived, they quickly dispersed.
There was a big show of force. It seemed to have worked, and this is the result. Everything's nice, calm, and hopefully everybody here in Hollywood will enjoy themselves for the rest of their Friday.
Maybe we can all enjoy our Fridays again now that Vine, as you can see, is opened back up. Police had to shut it down for a while they dealt with this incident. By the way, no one was hurt or arrested in this incident. Reporting live from Hollywood, Sophia Choi, CBS 2 News.
Thanks, Sophia. Comedian Martin Lawrence was arrested this morning, taken into
A punk rock concert set LAPD officers on tactical alert.
Our Dave Clark is live outside of Hollywood's Palace Theater with details. Dave?
Yes, Sylvia and Dave, I'm right on Vine Street, and the Palace is over my shoulder, and you can see that there are several hundred kids outside the Palace. Inside the Palace, there are about 1,000 or so more. About 11 o'clock this morning, a private party began, and then some problems began. We'll go to the videotape, pictures that were taken by Sky 9 while all that was going on. Because of this party that took place, you had more than 1,000 people packed into the Palace. Because of that, the kids were rushing in. Some got in, some couldn't. The police went on tactical alert because of problems that developed out on the street. Vine Street was blocked off between Yucca and Hollywood Boulevard. Luckily, it didn't get too bad, and I had a chance to talk to the guy who promoted this event and asked him, what happened here?
Everything was under control, and then we had a little bit of a problem with the fire marshal. He said there was too many people inside, and he told a lot of people in line that they couldn't come in. At that point, everything was under control, and there was a few, maybe gang members or some people. About 10 people started pushing the crowd, and then it just got out of hand, and we had to send everybody home.
So what's going on? I still hear music.
Oh, yeah, the party inside is great. Everybody's having a good time. We don't have any problems inside. There's just a couple, I hate to say it, but idiots in line that like to ruin the party for everyone else.
Now, we had some scary moments because the police did go on tactical alert. There were so many kids. Temperatures were flaring. And you can see the kids are still right outside the Palace Theater right now while the party continues to go on inside. But we're told that there was some glass broken in the top of the Palace Theater, but the police got here so quickly and in such great numbers that they put a clamp on this and had this under control. Now, the police officers left. They streamed out, but they're now coming back, as it looks like more kids will be going back inside. But as of right now, no major problems. The police have it under control. You can hear there's plenty of music and noise and plenty of kids. This is one of those spring break parties that we hope will continue to remain under control. Reporting live outside the Palace Club on Vine Street, I'm Dave Clark. Sylvia, David, back to you.
Dave, is this an all-day event, or is it just scheduled for a couple of hours?
It looks like this is going to be one of those all-day events. It started by mid-morning, still going on now. It looks like another wave of kids will be going in a short while. We're also hearing that some of the kids are leaving here and going down to Venice Beach to continue to party, and I know the police are keeping an eye on them here. It's supposed to be one of those events that they have to give kids something to do, and hopefully it won't be anything violent.
that time of the year. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay.
Police shot and killed a suspect early.
It is calm again on Hollywood Boulevard, but earlier today, chaos at a concert shut down a busy intersection, at least for a time. A punk rock concert was scheduled at the Palace Theater, but way too many tickets were sold. About 600 people wound up in the streets throwing rocks and bottles. Police in riot gear were called out. The department even called a citywide tactical alert for a short time, but nobody was hurt.
The parents of Jean-Marie Hollywood outside a theater, they're so angry today.
And why these people forced a train?
Problems broke out because of the event that had apparently been oversold. Eyewitness News reporter Henry Alfaro joins us live from Hollywood and has more information for us. Henry.
Well, Christina, was called a spring break dance party, and it began around 8 o'clock this morning at the Palace Theater here in Hollywood. However, before noontime, some of the teenagers standing in line got out of hand, and the police were called to break up a disturbance. The dance floor inside the palace was jammed, and outside people waited in line to get in. Then a rumor spread quickly that the place was oversold, and some of the teenagers standing in line began to throw rocks and bottles. The LAPD responded quickly and surrounded the area, and it went on a tactical alert.
Then they start fighting. They try to throw the bottle, trash over the people.
Was it a lot of people doing that, or just a few?
Approximately 20 people start fighting.
Within an hour, order was restored, and the alert was canceled. And once again, the dancers waited patiently in line to get in.
Apparently, got a few people, many people were right at the front door, and somebody said nobody else is getting in, and the kids got upset. And we had plenty of room inside, and it was just unfortunate that statement got overheard by the crowd, and they got all excited, and they wanted in. It's a spring break party.
Then there was a report that the teens were going to Venice Beach, but that turned out to be a dud.
There was some problem up in Hollywood earlier today. Some of the people said that afterwards they were going to go to Venice Beach, and we deployed some extra personnel down here to address the problem should it arise, and no one showed up.
Well, the police spent a lot of time here this afternoon, and fortunately there were no more problems. I'm Henry Alfaro reporting live for ABC7 Eyewitness News in Hollywood.
Hey, Henry, thanks so much. Sophia Choi reports the spring breakers got angry when they couldn't get into a dance that had been oversold.
200 police officers surround the Hollywood Palace Club in full riot gear after firefighters put out a call for help. Firefighters were here because of overcrowding. They shut the doors, and that's when the problem started.
Everybody started throwing bottles, and then we were just like, what are you guys doing? And then everybody just started rushing out once everybody was running and pushing through the doors, and they finally shut the doors, and everybody's just out there just throwing bottles and starting riots and just running.
And they were throwing bottles, everything, and pushing them too, and they just got robbed.
Firefighters say at one point there were 400 angry teens outside pushing and shoving. But when police arrived, they quickly dispersed.
There was a big show of force. It seemed to have worked, and this is the result. Everything's nice, calm, and hopefully everybody here in Hollywood will enjoy themselves for the rest of their Friday.
There was about 1,000 teens celebrating a big spring break dance inside this building with two popular DJs when firefighters